have mercy upon us. You see, my only word is incompetent. Incompetent. A short story. You see, when we have this Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha ahead of us, most of the time there is pressure with the tailors. So what I do is 6 months prior, I take my garments. So when I got there, I'll make the full payment. Yeah.
Mohammed, your line is bad though.
He's talking about tailors and how when they are getting to the salah.
I'm talking about the tailors.
Okay, so now I can hear you. Go ahead.
I gave my garments to them 6 months prior to Eid al-Adha. That like a year.
Yeah.
Paid in full. And can you believe that 6 months and also me call wa pama tadio wa pamsro down what you try to
Mohammed, let me give you a small advice. One thing I've realized with these artisans, give them don't give them full payment. Don't. If you give them full payment, you're in trouble.
Bro, you see, the way I do my things, I do it in such a way that I want you to be comfortable. And there will be no pressure.
I don't like comfort.
6 months.
So incompetent, though it will be used in the political space, but Charlie, I have no choice but to use it here. So what I do right now is I have to get options. Me pejala bia the FA. Now to me then to manako. So disappointing I was just them.
That is double cost. Mama, next I give him 1 year. Instead of 6 months, give him 1 year.
It's the tailor yes. I don't find Jalabia Nishini Kala today. I don't know why.
Ernest, good morning. Hello, Ernest.
Good morning, Dave.
Ernest, good morning and welcome. What's your experience with these artisans and handymen?
Hello. My point has to do with listening to you in the morning. One of your colleagues, I don't know his name, but he was reporting that he was giving us the information that Dr. Maud Baumia wants a debate with former President John Mahama. And he was of the view that Mahama should accept because he has heard that.
So Prince, forgive me. That was on Joy during their news review. And of course, that's not the conversation we're having right now. It's for them to decide and agree whether they would have the debate or not. And Ghanaians are still watching that space. So thanks very much, Ernest, for joining us. Is it Enumonyam? Enumonyam, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning, Enumonyam.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm well. We're talking about our experiences with these artisans and handymen. Oh, what is happening to our phone lines today? Can you hear me, Enumonyam?
I can barely hear you. The line is very bad.
All right, but I know why you called. I'm sure you want to share your story with us, so go ahead.
Yeah, what I can describe the Ghanaian artisan, the 2 words, let me use 2 words. They lack sense of urgency, and they are very lousy. Ask me why. If you tell them you need something done tomorrow, they will promise heaven and earth that they will get that thing done. Yet when tomorrow comes, you never find them. I sent somebody to do some shelves in a shop for me, paid him the money, then he took slabs into the shop, then fixed few parts of the slabs in the shop, and then left. I've called him so many times, he doesn't answer his phone. So I don't know what is really wrong with them. When they're seeking for jobs, they'll move heaven and earth, call you every now and then. When they get their contact you, they don't execute it. I don't know why Ghanaians are like that.
How did you handle it?
Especially with tailors and seamstresses, my brother. They will sew one part of the dress for you and leave the other. Some people will just promise you, I can't iron in Kwan. When you get there, they are about to cut the material for you. So that's a Ghanaian worker for you. I don't know what's really wrong with us. I don't know what we can do to heal them.
I hear you, Nomina. As to what we can do to heal them, you and I will still have to be discussing it like this.
I mean, knows the commonality. She also made full payment too.
Yes, Mr. Full payment, Mejayo. Prince, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And how are you?
I'm well, and you?
I am well too, Prince. Thanks for joining our conversation. Share your story with us and then describe the Ghanaian artisan in one word.
Let me say I am one of them myself.
Okay.
I'm a mechanic.
Okay.
And all what you guys are saying about mechanics is true. I agree with you. But there are few good ones in the system. I'm a mechanic myself, and sometimes when customers bring their cars, I find out why is this not there? Why is this not there? And they say it doesn't matter. A case in point is the thermostat you people are talking of. They will tell you, oh, our Ghanaian weather, the thermostat is already, the system is already hot. So we don't need a thermostat. That is never true.
Charlie Prince, you're a proper mechanic. You're a proper mechanic.
The engine should work within a certain temperature. If the temperature in the engine is too high, it's bad for the engine. If the temperature of the engine is too low, it is bad for the engine. That is why the thermostat is there to regulate it. So they will tell you it's nothing. And I'm like, no, they say our weather is already hot. That is one case. Now, the other thing is, your car, I don't know the type of car you used. One of you said he has a car that has different tire sizes.
Yeah, Eugene.
That hardly happens unless you yourself did that. There are few cases, maybe if it's a truck or one of these big cars. But if it's a saloon car or even a pickup or an SUV, it is not possible that you have different tire sizes for the back, for the rear, and for the front. So I don't know the type of car you are using.
So it's a saloon car. It's a saloon car.
Dave, so what happened was that, Prince, you know, my front tire, the two are 170. The back is 185.
He's saying it's wrong, but it could be where you live.
Not possible.
It is possible. It happens. It's a tire size with the same rim. But
let me say this.
Please do.
Look, open your door. Look on the side of the door. The information of your car tire should be written there.
I agree with you. But Prince, you know why?
If that is what is written there, fine. But if what is written there is the same tire and you decide to fix different sizes, you are likely to have that problem.
All right. Prince, so where can we find you?
I'm at Ahojo Roundabout.
At Ahojo Roundabout. We've taken your number. We'll call you. But Prince, you know what? Okay. The country we live in, our roads and the speed humps could be detrimental to the bumper of your vehicle. So some people put some bigger tires in front, smaller tires behind, so that entry.
So if you want to do that, you make sure you maintain the bigger tire all round.
Okay.
There are things that we can do to raise the suspension of your car without even changing your tires.
Prince, what do you face here? Your number.
So your colleague who has a heart problem, I will fix it for free for him. If he needs to buy parts, he will buy the part. If it's not a part, I'll fix it for free for him. He will not pay the labor. Just for him to know that there are good mechanics in the system. But what you guys have said is all true.
Thank you very much, Prince. So let's move on and speak to Samuel and Nana Kweku and the others who are on the line. They've been on for so long. Sammy, Nana Kweku and Co, forgive us. Sammy, good morning. Hello, Samuel. I think we lost Samuel on the line. Nana Kweku.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning, Nana.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. Charlie, I want to hear your story with the artisans and the handymen we have here in Ghana.
I also add.
You add what? Who?
Like a staff.
Your line is bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear
I'm
you.
moving it.
Now the line is clear.
I'm asking. I'm saying I'll add staff workers that work in various shops.
Okay.
I'll add them. The general attitude of a Ghanaian worker. I was traveling. My mechanic fixed the tire, and then that not. In fact, I wasn't driving at the top speed. The tire nearly went off.
Wow.
But you see, I learned a lesson, and I'm saying that probably anyone that fixes especially your tires, before you set off, get down, get your spanners or whatever it is.
Spanner, yeah.
Real spanners, and then try to tighten it yourself, especially when you visit any vulcanizer or a mechanic, because the strength of the person might be too small, or more or less might not be that good to tighten it well, other than yourself. And then, in fact, staff, if you want to employ them, they'll tell you they can be at work at 6:30. Employ them, or money, but they will be late. And then the artisans, I give me after you sewing, I always go and buy already made, and I go. You give it to them, you start crying. Thank you very much.
Nana Kwegu, thanks for joining our conversation. We're talking about the Ghanaian artisan. We're talking about the Ghanaian, handy men out there. What's your story with them? What's your experience with them? Describe them in one word as well. Ben, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you, Ben?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm well. Thanks for asking, Ben. So, what's your story?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the program, and I'm an artisan myself. I'm a fashion designer.
A fashion designer,
men's fashion.
Okay.
Asafo.
Okay.
One thing that is happening now is both sides. I've been hearing customers complaining about the artisans, our nature, how sometimes you give only to people and they don't do the work in time. Sometimes you don't get what you are demanding, or the beauty aspect of it is queer. But as for the beauty aspect of it, or the finishing, let me talk a little bit about the beauty aspect. Most of us, or most of the artisans, are not professional. That one they are admitted, because some people, because of the, I don't know, but instead of them to polish what they are doing, the finishing touches and everything, sometimes it's not accurate. That one is good. It's true. When it comes to delivery aspect, on point or in time, that one too, it is vice versa. Now, let me tell you something that happened yesterday at my shop. There's a woman, I've been doing work for her husband, and he came that he had contact with me. She brought her thing. The very first time I'm doing work for her. Now, I charge her. I will not quote the amount. I charge her. And she said, okay, when I come. When she came, he divided the money that I charged her into two, and he paid one. And meanwhile, it is not up to. I talk and just only few amount of it. And then I told her that this is not how it should be done, because I charge you and I'm expecting you to pay me.
But for me, Ben, on this call, you could have decided to hold on to the clothing, the things you sold, till she pays you your money, because that's an agreement you came to with her.
Yeah, it is true. But because of the relationship I have with the husband, I'll allow her to go. This person, if she comes next time, is she expecting me to do the work? Because honestly, I can talk about myself, because I'm very critical about
Ben, I thank you. But you know what? If the person comes next time, you have a choice. Don't take the things and not do the work. Tell the person straight, because of the last, encounter, I'm not going to do the work for you. Or take your money in full and then keep to the times. I thank you very much, Ben, for joining us as well. Uncle George, good morning.
Before I work for him. But you see, the last time I want to highlight on it is customers and our. All
right, so George, good morning. Hello, George.
Hello, good morning.
All right, so I lost George on the line. I lost Ken on the line.
Yeah, this is Abdul Mumin from
Abdul Mumin, good morning, sir, and welcome.
Good morning, Dave. How are you?
I'm well, sir.
Yes. I love your conversation this morning. But my advice to our people is Ghanaian mechanics. They are very too much. When you leave your car to them, before you go and come, initially what you were saying, if the boat is 100, you come and meet 30 on the ground. You say, oh, where so it's good. They have to advise themselves, because those Nigerian people and Togolese, they are taking up their jobs. So they should be very careful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And that was Abdul Mumin there. You can also call us on 03220-83596, 03220-83597, and 03220-83598. I'm told now we have Uncle George on the line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dave.
Uncle Josh, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I would suggest you give your colleagues the opportunity to speak the Ghanaian language, the Twi language, to the listeners.
My listeners speak very good English and they understand English as well.
I know. It's not easy. It's not easy. Dave, there was a time I gave my vehicle to a mechanic to work on it. And I think he removed about 2 of my tires and later fixed them. So when he brought the car to me, I realized, who car boom.
Not no.
Yeah, no, the notes. All the who car with my tires.
Okay, yeah, so
that lock you on saying there's something.
That plastic-like thing that locks the wheel caps to the tire.
Yeah, it will not remove.
Yeah.
So I realized, 2 of them were not there. So I asked him, why didn't you fix it back? He said, my fixing the because I have suffered. I lost one. And so I have to go and buy 4 sets. Also, my fixing you were going to try the vehicle. And then on the way, somebody was shouting, please, Jana, wake up. I'm saying, see what I told you. Can you imagine?
I can indeed imagine.
This very week, I gave my vehicle again to another mechanic to work on. Dave, he promised to bring the car to me. When he didn't even call me when he took the car to his shop. He didn't call until later. It was getting to 5 p.m. I'm in the office, so I called. Are you done? So, boss, maybe. Then I said, please hurry up because I'm almost closing. Then 5:30, I didn't hear from him. I called, he didn't pick 3 times. Then later I called, he answered, the boss, sorry, the IND just went now. I was like, and I'm at the office, 7 office. Me flow crown. What kind of customer service now render? This is your job. That feeds you. So you have to handle it well. Our Nigerian brothers in this country, the way they are doing their business, they always get the business. They always get the business.
Thank you very much, Uncle Josh, for joining us. I have Ishak on the line. Ishak, good morning and welcome. Ishak, please do me a favor. Reposition yourself. Your line is bad. If you can reposition yourself so we can have a better connection to talk to you. Hello, Ishak. Let's move on to Ken then. Hi, Ken. Good morning.
Good morning, David.
Welcome, Ken. Let's hear you.
Yeah, David. Before that, let me ask you, what is your time over there?
In the studios?
Come again.
I said time. You mean the time in my studios?
Yeah, the time in your studio.
It's 19 minutes past 8.
Okay, all right. David, do you know what? My big brother just brought us this big China tip truck, and then that is what I do now. You know, yesterday we had a fault on the car, the truck. And then I called this mechanic man that I'll be coming there early in the morning today. I'm here. I came here somewhere 6 something when you guys started the music because I told him I'll come early. I've been here since 6 up to date. The guy is not around. But there's this particular Nigeria guy. I came to meet him here. So when you started the program, I just went close to him and asked him, did he sleep here? So I said, oh, no. Do you know where he comes from? And then we are at Ejisu now. He comes from Mosizongo. So, David, easy. When we want to complain about the Ghanaian artisan, look, there are a lot that we all see. And we all have similar stories. Like this Nana Kweku's tie issue, I had the same. And then it has been an experience. So anytime they work on my tie, I have to go back and then try it. Because if you want to be safe, that is what you have to do. And if the tailors...
Well, I think we lost Ken on the line. Kwame is also on then. Kwame, good morning.
Good morning, David.
Kwame, what's your own story? And when you are done with your story, describe the artisan or the handyman in one word.
Okay, I'll try. David, most of the time we hear Ghanaians have issues with maintenance culture. To me, that has a lot to do of our knowledge and skills in technical areas. When it comes to technical skills, we are very weak as a people. Sometimes you go to places and you see a wire hanging loosely, and all that you need to fix it is just a screwdriver. We allow it to hang there till finally it drops off completely. David, if you look critically at the caliber of people who constitute the artisans in this country, you agree with me that largely there are people who have tried many things in life and they were not successful. Most of them also learn the skills. But when it comes to how to manage people, they are not good at it. You have an appointment with somebody, for some reason the person can't make up to that the meeting, and they will never call you to say anything to you. And you dare not complain. Tell them, why didn't you call to tell me? They'll give some flimsy excuses.
I hear you, Kwame. But you know what? When the same person leaves Ghana, gets an opportunity to travel outside and is going to work outside somewhere, they do the right thing, so they work properly. Kofi?
That's true. That is very true. I mean, that one is not only with the artisans. All of us here in Ghana, when we travel outside, we behave differently.
I agree with you. Kwame, thanks. Let's move to Kofi now. Kofi, good morning. We lost Kofi on the line. Joshua, good morning. Joshua.
Hello, good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Joshua. Let's hear you, sir.
My word will be Lakadasika.
Lakadasika, okay.
Yeah. Dave, my mission misbehaved and I had to go for another one. Little did I know that I was moving from
frying pan to fire.
To fire. The one that I go for myself. Have you been in a state that you give a work to somebody and you have to beg the person for its completion?
Wow.
I didn't know this guy was between jobs. He takes the job here and then comes for your job and goes for another person's job. He comes in the morning, bring everything like he's coming to work today for you, and then, oh, boss, I'll be back in no time. You have to call him severally, meaning he's gone to somebody to do the other person's work. So I had to call this guy severally. It took work that was supposed to have been like a 3-day job. I think it took a week or so. So this is the state of the nation. I think most of us are all sick.
I hear you. He says most of us are all sick, and we can't pick any more calls. But I've heard
I would have loved to hear Kofi's experience.
Well, his line dropped. Listen, but very interesting submissions that